So let's go ahead and do that. All of my ports are in VLAN 1 right now. So I'm going to go in and let's say interface range. I'll tab autocomplete so you can get used to that syntax if it's new to you. It's great syntax. 0/1 through 3. And then I'll say switch port, mode access, switch port access, VLAN 10. Great. So FA1 through 3 are now in VLAN 10. We have moved those ports into a different area, into a different boundary, into a different domain, specifically a broadcast domain, specifically, or more specifically, VLAN 10. And we'll complete our deployment. No. Oh, it just occurred to me. I did this a little bit more than I needed to. So, great. I don't want port FA0/3 to be in VLAN 10, so I made a little bit of a boo-boo. But let's correct that boo-boo. Let's move FA0/3 back 0/3. I'll say switch port, access VLAN 1. Corrected now. I have corrected the mistake. Now let's go over to ASW2 and do the rest of the configuration that I was a little gung-ho about. I want you to see something that's a problem. I don't have these VLANs defined, so what's going to happen is this. Switch port, access, VLAN 10. What do you think is going to happen? I don't have it defined yet. I do not have this defined yet. It'll create it, but it's not going to name it for you or do anything nice. Now this is going to interoperate with other switches in this switch block that also agree about VLAN 10. So it interoperates, but it's a good idea to name things consistently. So if you are in VTP server or transparent mode, the VLAN it'll be created for you on the fly. Don't rely on that. Don't get used to it. It's a little sloppy. And I'm not going to judge or criticize unless I need to. Now I have two different broadcast domains. PC3 and PC4 are in different VLANs. They're in different subnets, and we in fact need a layer 3 device. We need a router in order to allow communication to flow between these two different ports and the clients that are downstream. So PC3 and PC4 are not able to communicate right now. No chance of that, because I don't have my distribution layer switches set up for routing it. That's very important that we understand that. So deploying VLANs, it's one of those things where you do this very seldom. You don't create VLANs every day. Comma delineation also works. Hyphenation also works. So if you want to wow your coworkers, yep, you can define them multiple at a time. I haven't forgotten that I don't have a consistent name, but I'm also not going to get tripped up and waste your time by naming these all over the place and typing in 6 different names. I want you to get the meat of this. So we've seen how to define VLANs in a switch block and deploy them down to the access layer ports. Some very essential ingredients to managing your switches.